Hey guys, Ralph Navarro here from FYI Yachts. Welcome again to Miami at the Helm, sponsored by FYI Yachts. Today I have the pleasure of having one of our top brokers, Jose Noy, here with us. How you doing, Jose?
Good. Yeah, pleasure to be here, Ralph. Yeah. Thanks for
having me. Great to have you here. So I wanted to clarify a lot of things that are happening in our industry, and Jose, who's one of our top guys, is also very involved. The current changes that are happening in our industry with boat shows, Yacht World, is one of the platforms that has been controlling and monopolizing the market for a long time. And we now find ourselves with the reality that, sellers always want their boats to be placed on Yacht World. But we have discovered with all the research that we've done in the last 24 months that Yacht World is no longer the platform where you get the buyers.
Correct.
So what's your take on that, Jose?
I think a lot of industries are shifting, especially with the pricing that's going on. There's a lot of better resources out there. We're seeing Yacht R, for example, that's a wholly revised platform that introduces AI into the descriptions of boats, the features, the specs, and it provides a much neater all-in-one package as opposed to Yacht World. So it's a big shift, and I think the consumers are gonna tailor to it more as opposed to what's offered right now on Yacht World and Boats Group.
Yeah, so for a long time, Yacht World, I have nothing negative to say about Yacht World. It's just simply that I do believe, as much as our colleagues in the industry, other companies like HMY, Galati, Fraser, and others that have decided to part ways with Yacht World because we simply believe that their price structure has just become completely abusive. And it's just basically like a gun to your head, take it or leave it, without you being able to parse out, the different services that they provide.
Correct.
I mean, you have to do, it's a bundle package, right? And this is your price, take it or leave it. And next year, if I double the price, you got to take it or leave it.
Exactly.
When the economy changes, and you see a lot of the smaller companies in our yachting industry, due to a multiple array of factors, start struggling financially. They start looking a little bit more serious about their expenses and their monthly costs.
Right.
Yacht World is one of those big costs that you just can't really satisfy the revenue based on what it gives you.
Right.
So what do you think about that?
I mean, it comes to a point, especially when you're dealing with boats in a lower category of pricing, that once you have it listed for so long, the cost of having it listed itself might outweigh the price and the commissions that you get after selling it. So it becomes a matter of, is Yacht World or Boats Group even worth it at that point if you're dealing with a certain category of vessel? And the new platforms that we have on the market that are offered, not only are they're more tailored to the consumer side, but they're a lot less expensive than what we have now with Boat Group.
Yeah, we're also taking that same approach, and although we have not ended our relationship with Yacht World, seriously considering all the options that are out there. And one of the options is, when we look at the numbers in our company that we spent with Yacht World and Boats Group, we know that you get more return out of your money going to Meta advertising, as an example.
Exactly, yeah.
So if you put that money in Meta, you can get much better results than just being in Yacht World.
Exactly.
I mean, Yacht World basically is just a platform where brokers and clients search for boats, but you go to Google and you can find the boats that are listed anywhere the same way.
Exactly.
So I think the time has come where Yacht World needs to listen to the market and listen to the users that have been loyal to them for so long, and try to come up with a price structure that's really more friendly to the brokerage world if they want to retain our business. Exactly. And if not, there's a lot of competition out there today that's providing better results than Yacht World. And also, after so many years of controlling the market, they really haven't done much to update their system.
It's the same as it was 10 years ago.
So
it's not really much different.
With that said, I think it's a big part that in today's market, everybody's making changes and adapting to the AI platforms. Meta as being probably one of the best places to advertise our clients' boats. Regular advertising like email blasts and so forth is still very producing. We know everyone has choices to list their boats, but in Miami, for sure, there's not a better company to list their boats with than it's FYI Yachts.
Correct.
Now moving to the topic of boat shows. Clients are always telling me, hey, are you going to the boat show? Hey, are you going to take my boat to the boat show? Hey, how many boats you taking to the boat show? Well, guys, just like Yacht World's becoming a thing of the past, boat shows are becoming a thing of the past. The traffic on boat shows is down. The traffic of people that go to the boat shows is become more of a vendor to vendor. They sell you the slip, they sell you the food, they sell you the alcohol, they sell you the parking, but they really don't do much anymore to bring in the clientele. I'm not saying that boat shows are not needed. I'm saying that boat shows are not what they used to be. So if you're a client and you really want to sell your boat, take those 25 grand, 20 grand that it costs you to go to the boat show. We throw it into digital advertising and we can get more customers out of it than going to a boat show for 5 days that gives only the clients in that local vicinity the time to come see the boat.
Yeah, 100%.
You know,
100%.
What's your opinion and take on that?
I think the boat shows, I mean, for people that aren't necessarily familiar with boating in general, I think it's more tailored to them as they get to know the manufacturers, they get to learn the different models and whatnot. For those who have been surrounded by boating all their life and are aware of the markets, the manufacturers, and the different models out there, it's not worth it. It's hard to justify the cost. Like you said, bringing a boat, spending 20 to 25,000 just to try to sell it in those few amount of days. And we've seen it firsthand. You know, the clientele that does come to the boat show, the people that are looking at the boats that we have for sale, is it really worth to spend that much money to just present and showcase the boat as opposed to spending and investing that money into actually advertising the boat for sale? I do believe that $20,000 to $25,000 in digital marketing goes such a long way as opposed to taking your boat to the boat show.
I mean, I agree. I mean, there used to be a time where it was affordable to take a 40-footer to the boat show.
Right.
And it was fun. You would have a 40, you would have a 50, you would have, in the boat show were fun. People would come to eat, to drink, and you would see people come to the boat show every single day. You would see a lot of the same people come day after day.
Exactly.
Now you see them one day and that's it. They don't come back. Yeah. It's expensive to get into the boat show. I know everything goes up in price. The parking is expensive. The food is better, but it's not that great.
Right.
And what is the real incentive of people visiting the boat show when you can basically get online, discover the boat that you want, travel to see that boat if you want to see it, if it's not in your neighborhood? I think they're great if you want to buy a new boat to come see the new product from the different manufacturers.
Right.
I think you're always going to need the boat shows to see the new boats that are coming into the market. But I think that if you want to buy 140 footer, you're not going to come to the boat show to look at it. I think you're going to go online, do your research, pinpoint the ones that you want, digital marketing, email blast, all of that media advertising that we do that really brings the client to give you a call or reach out to you on that particular boat or any boat of that size. It's just not affordable for you to take a 45-footer, which is a $500,000, $600,000 boat to the boat show. It doesn't make sense for you to spend 10 grand, 12 grand to take a small boat to the boat show. The return is just not there.
Exactly. Yeah.
So what did you see in this last boat show that we went to in Palm Beach?
Definitely, like you mentioned, traffic was not the same that it was in the prior years, especially in the earlier years. And just like you said, we don't see the same returning faces that we used to see before. And that usually showed interest. You know, people that came to revisit something that they had already seen the previous day is a big tell saying, okay, they're very interested in this specific product. To be able to come back another day at the show, revisit the same product, it shows. But now we're not really seeing that. We see people come maybe one time, and you can tell that it's become a weekend event. It's something to do on the weekend for locals, not necessarily for a buyer to actually come and say, okay, I'm looking for this boat. I want to see this boat in person and make a deal. We're not really seeing that, and we haven't really been seeing that in these past couple of years.
I think that's a perfect answer. How long have you been with us now?
8 years now.
8 years. I just want you to know that I'm very proud of your growth.
Thank you.
And your hard work. Jose also helps me with a lot of our VIPs, and he does a great job. And one of the things that he has for those that want to sell their boat is the attention to detail that he has with his clients and how much knowledge does he have about boating. He's been boating all his life since he was a kid, but it's the extra effort that he puts in to make sure that his boats get exposed, and he's always fighting with our marketing department to make sure that his boats get the most amount of exposure for his clients, which I truly respect. Although they're our clients, but they're technically your clients. Yeah. You're doing a great job. Just sold 2 boats this month, a 42 Pursuit and a 29 Wellcraft.
Correct, yeah.
We have no limits as to sizes, guys. FYI Yachts has always expertise in selling a boat no matter what size. And our brokers are not just mega yacht brokers. They only sell boats over 100 feet. Our brokers are very well versed in selling a boat of any size. We respect and value the relationships that we created throughout the years, regardless of the size of your boat. So if you're looking to sell your boat or yacht in Miami, there's only one company, and that's FYI Yachts.
That's right.
Jose, thank you for coming and joining us today. And what do we say?
Only
at FYI.